Hello and welcome. My name is Lorraine, and this is Living Your Best Life, the channel for starseeds, lightworkers, and all beings on the path to enlightenment. So today I want to talk about ego investment, discernment, all of that stuff. This is my series of symptoms of ascension, and one thing that we are seeing is a lot of people, by way of what all the frequencies that are being delivered, all the information that is being delivered, all of the force from the external causing people to awaken exponentially. More people have awakened in the last 2 years than decades before that. But what we're also seeing, and I truly believe it's just a symptom of the lack of time. Many new ascended masters, ascended beings on the planet. And what I mean by ascended is awakened. People that have recognized their spiritual self, their energetic beingness, and they have come onto the scene in a really big way. And one thing that one would hope, I happen to know a lot of people that have been in guru status since the 80s. And in the beginning, it didn't appear that that's how it was going. But as time went on, they got a following and they became the guru. And it wasn't necessarily what you would see on a video or on TV or however you got your media delivered that you noticed it, but you'd see it in interactions outside of that. Everyone has the capacity to put a mask on when they're on camera or on in front of a group teaching or whatever, that makes them appear to be spiritual and loving and kind and authentic. But let's face it, our ego has an investment in our 3D reality. And many people fall victim to the ego trap. Now, egos are not inherently bad. Egos were specifically for the purpose of survival. So you needed to be able to have a gatekeeper to tell you what was good and what was bad. At least you used to need that. I don't believe we need that any longer. And however, our egos are still in there trying to say, all these things. They're talking to us in our heads. They're the voice or the devil on your shoulder yakking away. Now, how do you discern when you're being manipulated by the ego? And how do you discern when someone else is being manipulated by the ego and is a false mask presented to the world? We all want to watch this because we are seeing a lot of false masks presented to the world as these spiritually enlightened beings that are there to guide us and teach us and, tell us how to get ascended. Well, there's a lot of people out there, and some are good and some are bad. And how we discern this is we go into our heart space, not our thinking mind. We go into our heart space and we go, does this resonate? Does this sound right? Are the actions matching the message? Are the subtleties matching the message? Is there generosity of spirit that is happening? Or is this person presenting a guru status and feeling entitled? Now, we all know a lot of those people that have this guru status. Now, I've always claimed that I'm not a guru. I'm just someone who's on the path, and I may have gotten on the path a little sooner than others. I may have a little more knowledge. I may, have gifts and talents that are different than everyone else, but everyone has gifts and talents. Everyone has the ability to tap into their inner being and get their own answers. And sometimes they need guidance and support to learn to trust that guidance and information. So, it's really important to recognize in ourselves when we're going into ego. So, if I'm not being my authentic self, and if I'm, this was, and I'm telling you this because this is how I used to operate. I used to need to be loved from the external. I didn't feel loved. I didn't love myself. So my actions and behaviors were always, I was never evil, but I would tell little white lies to not appear to be me, not appear to be who I truly am, my authentic self, kind of goofy, kind of geeky, just me. And we all do these subtle things. So if you can't tell the truth to yourself, if you can't speak the truth to other people, if you find yourself telling little white lies to yourself and others, behaving in a way that is not in alignment with who you know you are, these are all signs that there's an ego behind driving the behavior. A habituated behavior programmed by the ego. Now, the time of the ego survival mechanism truly is gone. We don't need the ego to be in the front seat dictating where we're going. It needs to be pushed to the back seat and say, thank you very much. I've got this. I'm the one in control. I'm stepping into my spirit self. I'm an authentic being of light, and I have the power to go within, to connect with my higher self, to know the truth in this moment. And you can do that with yourself and with anyone out there that you see in the greater collective. So if you're watching a video or you're taking a class and you start to see subtle things that aren't in alignment with what is being said, then that's a big caution sign that says, uh-oh, something's wrong. Something's not right. Use your discernment. Your gut brain is so hyper vigilant and strong that anytime you go, uh-oh, something's wrong, listen. Your gut brain knows. It's sensing and feeling. It's got feelers out into your energy field way out there, and it's sensing everything and testing everything, and it knows when something is out of alignment. And when you learn to start tapping into this inner guidance, you start to recognize that you are the authority for you. You don't need anyone outside of you to give you answers. You may want to seek out someone who's been on the path a little longer and might have some tools, techniques that can assist you in bypassing the pitfalls, but you don't need anyone else. But it's nice to have a collaboration with other people that are guiding and teaching, supporting you on your journey. Find a community of people that you can have an interaction with. For instance, when I work with a client, it's a conversation. It's a how are things going? What's happening? What is, showing up for you in your life? Do you understand? Have you gotten answers as to what that is showing you or teaching you? Would you like some guidance that, tapping into your higher self and my higher self speaking through me, guiding and teaching? And then you can take that as a client into your inner discernment and go, Lorraine, that's not working for me. And then I'll go, okay, what is it that's out of alignment? How can we reframe this? What is it that is the best for you? No two clients are the same, therefore no two bits of knowledge and information. And when I'm working with a client, I am always tapped into my higher self, allowing my higher self to speak through me. So I always record the sessions because often if I'm being spoken through from my higher self, I don't remember. And sometimes I talk so fast I can't pick it all up. So it's a dance between a facilitator and a client always. And truly, there are no healers. There are no healers. No one can heal another person. No one can have all the answers for another person. We can only have answers for ourselves, and those of us that do the work of facilitation really are connecting to the higher field, the higher self, which is connected to all. We are all one, individual fractals of the divine, all connected. It's like, here's the divine and these are all of us, but see, we're all connected. We are all connected. And so when you can tap into your higher self, your divine self, your true nature, the source, it's all one getting information. So if you can move yourself aside and allow spirit to speak through you, which all good facilitators and guides do, you're getting information from your higher self to you, and then you discern how it feels, how it lands, whether it works. This is, when I'm working with a client, I'm doing guided meditations, I'm doing practices, I'm doing processes that are just to help you to discover the answers within you. The processes are always client driven. They're always brought forward from the client out into the open. And this is how you discern true, authentic support facilitators and those people that are really in it for money. You see, I work with clients, and yes, I have fees for my services because we're still in a system that sort of has to work that way. I still have costs involved in doing my work, but I also work in an equal exchange of energy. So if I have someone who really does want my support and my facilitation, but don't have the resources to pay my fees, I am willing to work with them to discover what they have that they can offer. And sometimes it just means that they pay it forward to someone else. It doesn't come directly back to me, but it goes forward into the greater collective. This is how we work. Now, I can't do that with every client because then what supports me doing my work wouldn't be supported unless my clients grow a garden and they want to provide food for my table, or they have other services that bring benefit to me and my family. So we are in a time of reimagining, recreating, rebalancing our entire system. And that means that we have to learn discernment, and we have to know what is driving, what is underneath, what is bringing forth what we are hearing from the people that we listen to and give our energy to. So I hope this helps you to have a little bit of discernment and understanding of what to look for, how to know you're being supported. And if I can be of service to you, please contact me. My information is down in the link below, along with all my other links. And if it doesn't make sense to you, just message me and I'll message you back. I do read all the comments, and I so appreciate you, and I appreciate you watching and listening. Until next time, have a blessed and beautiful day.